Hey, before we get started, guys, I just wanted to send a shout out to say happy birthday to Coach Bob Knight, and to his family. We miss him dearly. So just wanted to do that. Also, the coach at USF, Coach Raheem, who coached at Kennesaw the 2 years. I think he was there for 2 years. That we brought back. Thanks to Pam Whitten and some of our connections inside Hoosier Nation to play Kennesaw. Um, just want to send our condolences to his family as well, man, because that's tough. 43-year-old head coach who lost his life. So um, I want to send a shout out to that family as well. And also send a shout out to Coach Sig, who I couldn't be more proud of a coach, man. He came in here with the vision, and he's got the Hoosiers sitting at the top of the Big Ten, and wish him nothing but the best moving forward. So, all right, guys, it's your show. Go ahead.
Alex, go ahead and get us started.
Thanks for the time. Really appreciate it. I'm curious, just this matchup with Tennessee. How did this kind of come about, and what makes you excited this early in the season to get a chance to go up against the team that won the SEC last year, went to the Elite Eight. So it's going to be a tough test.
Well, when we put our team together and we were trying to schedule and get our schedule in place, Tennessee had approached us. I like the ideal. I mean, it's a kind of a tune-up game, and it ain't your ordinary game. I mean, because they're a pretty good basketball team, well coached. Uh, but it gives their team an opportunity to play against, our program, which, we've kind of revamped our team, and they revamped their team. They had some guys that they lost as well, but brought guys in. And so it gave both teams an opportunity, at this early stage to kind of gauge a little bit on where their team is.
Mike Schumann, then Tom Brew.
Yeah, good morning, Coach. Is it fair to say that you're more concerned on Sunday with, finding out things about your team rather than a win or loss? And what are those things that you're most concerned with finding out on Sunday?
Well, I'm just anxious to see, first of all, to play someone different. These guys have kind of been beating up on each other since summer play, and we've had some heated battles, some heated exchanges. I mean, but for the most part, these guys have been working and doing what's asked of them on and off the floor. So um, I'm just anxious to see how we fare against, someone different, and Tennessee is not a pushover team. They're a team that's going to be ranked. They're well coached, and uh, I'm anxious to see how we play offensively. I'm anxious to see how we defend. So I mean, all those things play a role in building a basketball team and seeing where you need to improve and continue to grow as a basketball team.
Tom, then Daniel Flick.
Mike, with so many new faces on this roster, what's your comfort level been like so far through the summer and the first few weeks of practice here in regards to everybody getting on the same page and playing well with each other and learning however much new stuff you've been putting in?
Well, the big thing is when you put so many guys on a team, is how quickly they pick up things. And um, I can't sit here and say we've had, major struggles in that area because guys have picked up some things and, we throwing so much at them. Uh, and there are days that, they forget things. So you got to go back and rehearse it over and over and over. A lot of film watching, a lot of individual film watching, a lot of team watching film. Uh, it's just a lot that you have to do when you have seven new faces. The guys that stayed on board, that's been with me. They know me, they know what we're about. So that part helps, and they've been helpful in terms of trying to speed the process up with the new guys. They haven't fought them or anything like that. Knowing that a lot of these guys that we brought in are going to play significant minutes, and that's not taking anything away from the guys that were here because they're going to play as well. I mean, I got so much around us now that uh, it's kind of nice to see guys when you take somebody out in practice and put someone else in that guys continue to do what's asked of them. So that's what's been nice in terms of this whole approach and coaching.
Daniel, then Zach Browning.
Yeah, Mike, on Langdon Hatton, obviously had a strong showing at Hysteria. I'm curious what attracted you all to him throughout the summer, and just what have you made of him so far?
Well, we needed bigs. We needed another big. And I mean, we were looking at all kind of bigs, man. And he wanted to be here. I mean, that to me, when players want to be here when you're recruiting them, that says a lot, and he wanted to be here. We kind of like some of the things he did on both sides of the ball. And, I think since he's been here, he's been able to do some things surprisingly that we didn't think he could do. I think from summer play to now, he's improved athletically a little bit in terms of his ability to get up and down the floor. But he's just got to continue to work and grow. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play, but I think when I do put him in, he can help us and give us some positive minutes.
Zach, and then Jeff Rabjohns.
Hey, Coach. What aspects of Malik Renew's perimeter game have improved the most this offseason to allow him to share the floor with Umar Ballo?
Well, again, I mean, we've scrimmaged a few times. We had a big scrimmage the other night. And, he made a couple threes. And I think, if he could continue to do that, that kind of opens it up for everybody. Because we are taking more threes and getting up and down the floor. So if he can pop or the ball is swung to him and he's got that shot, I mean, I'm going to expect him to take it and feel good about him taking it. Same thing in transition when we're pushing the ball. If he falls in a situation where he's sitting there ready to shoot it up the three, I mean, he's got to take those, and we live with it. But he's made some in the scrimmage. Like I said the other day, he made 2 out of the 3 that he took, and that's going to be huge moving forward.
Rabbi, then Zion Brown.
Good morning, Coach. Appreciate your time. Your new backcourt with Miles and Kanan. What are 3 or 4 things you'd like to see for them in this first exhibition game?
Just growth, taking what we've taught them and giving them over the last really 4 months since summer play, and see how it translates into a really a real game. And that's not just those 2. It's everybody that's new and the guys that are with me. I'm just anxious to see where we are, man, because we have given them a lot, and they have been working their asses off, man. And I just want to see if some of this will pay off for us.
Zion, then Mike Niz.
And Mike, when it comes to this Tennessee team, they've had a great defense for years now. You've talked a lot about kind of re-implementing a new offense into your team. What things are you looking for on Sunday against this Tennessee team?
Well, again, until you play them, you just don't know where you are offensively. You know, we're doing some things a little differently. Um, you know, we're getting up and down the floor a little bit quicker, and like I said, we are shooting more threes. You know, at the end of the day, you can shoot all the threes you want, and we still got to put the ball in the hole. And the fact that they are a good defensive team, you know, it'll give us an indication of, you know, these guys here who number one, who hadn't played in the Big Ten, because the Big Ten, they all play defense and they get after you. It'll get us an early indication of from a team that's known for defending and rebounding the basketball and getting after you, to see if you can respond and defend and rebound the ball and get after them. I mean, that's kind of how it's got to be. I mean, it can't be one way. If they gonna go after you, you gotta go after them and see how it all plays out at the end.
Niz, and then we'll wrap with Tom Brew.
Yeah, Mike, do you anticipate Trey Galloway and Jakai playing on Sunday or being available? And how do you feel about their kind of status for the season opener?
Don't know. I know a day ago we scrimmaged and they both played a little bit. You know, their minutes were limited. And I thought they both played well. I mean, we kind of have been slow walking them back because it is a long season and they have not fully recovered. You know, they might tell you guys that, but you know, that's the whole reason why we are, you know, being very cautious in terms of how we're approaching their practices and, you know, not trying to, you know, kill them in terms of, you know, because they're just not fully ready yet. But I thought in the scrimmage the other day, both played well for the minutes that they played. And I think we played them between 15 to 18 minutes apiece. So that was promising, I think, moving forward. But I don't know. You know, we were off yesterday. I have to gauge it today to see where they are. But I can't answer that question if they're going to play on Sunday. And Tim and our medical staff and everybody will kind of lead me in that direction. And you know, you know, we in communications with both of these guys in terms of how they're feeling each and every day, and they're not going every day. You know, I mean, that's the thing. So it's kind of hard to just throw them right in the game and say, you know, let's go play 25, 30 minutes. So I don't know. We'll see in the next couple of days and gauge it from there.
Last question, Tom.
Mike, a two-parter, quick roll for you. Since you coached a lot of NBA preseason games, A, does this sort of have the feel of that? And B, how much does winning or losing this game actually matter?
Well, you want to win. I mean, I don't think any player or coach goes into a game not wanting to win, but it is a game where it gives me an opportunity to, you know, evaluate, you know, things that we've done over the summer and up until this point. And you want to see some of those things come to light. So that's why I'm anxious to see, you know, where we are against a well-coached, good team, basketball team. It's not going to make or break us if we win or lose. You know, at the end of the day, you're trying to get guys ready to play basketball to start the season and play at a high level. You know, I mean, that's another thing when we go into that. I want to see how we come out and respond right off the bat when we step on the floor, because that's going to be huge moving forward. So, I mean, there are a lot of things that you look at. And of course, you know, when you've been beating up on each other, you know, these guys want to win just like Tennessee guys want to win. They're not just going out there to just, you know, mess around. You know, we want to win. I'm sure they want to win as well. But we also, you know, as coaches, we want to evaluate our team to see where we are and what we need to improve on.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
Thanks, Mike.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
guys. Thank you.